with her son, and listen to the crowd's reaction when she pops up on the Jumbotron. Still had a better weekend than her ex-husband Kanye West. Fellow rapper Sean P. Diddy Combs took exception to Kanye wearing a White Lives Matter shirt during his fashion show in Paris, which led to an Instagram fight. Kanye then accused Diddy of being controlled by the Jews. Kanye was then booted from Instagram. Then about it with our culture panel. I'm joined tonight by Erin Elmore and Joe Bob, both Turning Point USA contributors. Erin and Joe Bob, welcome back to Prime News. I agree with you 100%. Erin, there has been a lot of flack coming Kanye's way, but one reaction I thought was a little out of place was New York Congresswoman AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She tweeted, "There is absolutely no room in this country or world for anti-Semitism." Hypocritical much? What do you think, Erin?
Extremely hypocritical. And as a Jewish person, I take this very personally because it doesn't appear that she cares about Israel. She's just pandering right now because it's convenient for her narrative. And let me tell you something. The Democrats are actually the party of anti-Semitism. They were, like you said, they supported people like Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. And it was Donald Trump who engaged in the Abraham Accords and moved the embassy in Israel to Jerusalem. So actually Donald Trump was great for Israel. But the conversation here, forget about Kanye and his actions. The speech we should protect is the speech that we find to be most offensive. And these social media companies are protected under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Code. And it basically gives them this shield or this immunity. And it has a chilling effect on free speech. And we've seen Clarence Thomas and other conservative people in the legislature say it's time to revisit 230. So let's forget about Kanye for a minute. What his comments were inappropriate and stupid and certainly anti-Semitic. But I do believe that these platforms on social media should be absolute beacons of free speech. And we should protect that speech, even if we find it to be completely abhorrent and disgusting.
Absolutely. And we still have Holocaust deniers on Twitter. So anyway, but in the TikTok video, the One-Time Material girl, I was a big fan of hers. She's supposedly Madonna there. She came out as gay. If you apparently miss a shot into the hamper with your pink underwear, that means you're gay or something like that. I mean, Joe Bob, I just don't even know what to say about her anymore. Like, her face looks distorted. Her mind is distorted. What is going on with her? Is she trying to just be relevant again? Is she coming out? I don't know. It's just sad.
That's what it is, and it's exactly what you said. It's an attempt to remain relevant in a culture that has largely left her behind. The reason they left her behind, because her heyday was what, like 30 or 40 years ago? Look, when you pull a bunch of the cultural stunts, I guess it's more accepted, and I don't even know if I'm okay with that, but it's more accepted if you're young and attractive, which Madonna once was. But yeah, it's an attention thing, and I don't
Joe Bob,
know that she's okay.
I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with you because I think you can be gorgeous and beautiful at 60 years old. And even if she was 20 years old, I think what she's doing is embarrassing and stupid, showing her butt and all this other stuff. So I don't even think it has to do with like age. I just think this is like low class.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Okay, good.
But I do believe that there's certain expectations as you age. You know, I'm getting older. We all are. It happens to the best of us, unless you're Benjamin Button. But I do believe there are different standards of behavior. If you're 20, if you're 30, if you're 40, if you're 50, and she really isn't fitting into those norms, and she's trying to compete with 20-year-olds, which is really sad for her. I think there's something about being confident in your age and being age appropriate and being a role model to young men and women. Instead, she's trying to be the 20-year-olds and trying to keep up with the proverbial 20-year-old Joneses, and all it's doing is making her look, as the young kids say, thirsty.
She is very thirsty. She is parched. Somebody needs to get her some water. So, Erin,
very dehydrated.
There are actually some serious things going on in this country, though. People are still trying to make ends meet. Each week, it's really going crazy. I read some article that people are giving up meat now. They're missing major meals. But not every company is passing along prices to the consumer. Take a look at this.
Now that gas prices are so high, Domino's is giving you 20% off all menu prices when you order online for a limited time.
Erin, what do you think about Domino's? What do you think about them doing that?
I mean, listen, we're having hard times economically. Everyone is really complaining about gas prices and the grocery store shelves being completely empty and how expensive prices are. This is a great marketing ploy. It's getting a lot of national and international attention. It's going to help the brand. It's going to help the consumer. I think it's a win-win for everybody. Good for Domino's.
And Joe Bob, what's your favorite Madonna song? Strike a pose.
Oh, no, I was just going to comment on the fact that I think the Domino's commercial is also a pretty good commercial for Republicans in the midterms. Is the SEC or the FEC going to weigh in on that being a political campaign? As far as my favorite Madonna song, I don't know. She was relevant way before I was born.
Oh my God, you just made me feel so old.
I'm so sorry.
Erin Elmore and Joe Bob, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. Thank you.
Thanks
for having me.
A Russian